Good morning, everybody. How's it going? Happy Friday. Trust it's not Friday. Anyway, happy Friday. Apparently, it's like Labor Day or something. So, if you have an extra day off of work, unlike anybody around here, obviously, that's a funny joke. Then by all means, I hope you. This is a great start to an extra long weekend. Anyway, how's it going? Apparently it's Labor Day, and here on this formerly known as IC school bus route, Labor Day weekend, it doesn't really mean anything. Same old, business as usual. So, don't forget the frame. And they've gotten a little high strung lately, I guess would be an appropriate term, adjective, from my perspective of the world around me, my immediate surroundings. Say that they, stars, are a bit more high strung. In case you wanted an assessment. But anyway, happy Labor Day weekend. Whatever that means to you doesn't mean much to me over here or in this household. Anyway, yesterday I got to be at Kimmy's all day. It was nice. Basically, just like cleaned and watched TV and hung out and stuff. So, yeah. It's almost Halloween season. Maybe it is Halloween season for y'all, and I like to watch scary movies. So, it's been a non-stop marathon of horror, thriller, uh, psychological, suspenseful, dark comedy. Even on Netflix, they even have like an absurd um, descriptive word for the genre of the movie. Anyway, how's it going? I guess I don't have much political talking points today. I saw, was it yesterday? I forgot to like it on my Twitter before I made this video, but I'm gonna make it so it'll be on my Twitter likes by the time this video is uploaded, I guess. I have to remember to do that. But some more foreign aid canceled. I can't remember the exact number. Millions, maybe billions. I don't know. I thought it was maybe millions. Anyway, if you're wondering, PoolNet 2.0, they took down the solar lights on the length part of the rectangle of the balcony. But on the, or I guess the width, right? And then the length part, depending on where your triangle is at, or rectangle. The long edge of the rectangle balcony doesn't have those solar lights, but the shorter edges do. So, no sign of PoolNet herself. Been tons of different people. Like every day, there's like at least like 3 or 4 cars parked outside her house, or what used to be her house. But I say her house because I still got all her stuff. Anyway, house over there still for sale. Yeah, foreign aid canceled. Additional foreign aid, more foreign aid canceled. In the tunes of millions, maybe billions, but it might have been millions. Canceled. As far as this, I know I told you I downloaded a epstein. I really try to want to use like the legal terminology, but it escapes me at the moment. I was gonna work on it yesterday at Kim's, but I didn't. But anyway, um, there was a sealed indictment and listed the charges, and I thought there was at least some sort of like clerical errors, not spelling errors, but like errors in I guess the formatting of the unsealed, what was once sealed indictment that consists of the charges. What was it, like 1591 or something? Title 8 United States Code 1591 ABC. AB, not the C, AB. And if you're wondering, you know, I'm kind of like proud. I'm like 40 now, and college was several years for me. It was probably like 8 years, to be quite honest. I don't remember the exact how many years I was there, but I'm kind of proud of those years, even though it did not result in a diploma. Because I took science, and it was quite rigorous, the amount of effort and studying and mental stuff you had to do to understand these concepts, which were quite interesting. So I'm kind of utilizing that kind of mindset where it's just like tons of information, and just kind of there needs to be a period of absorption of that information. So what I'm doing there is is just at least for the Epstein thing is I read through it. It was like 12-14 pages or something. There's 2 primary residents, New York and Palm Beach, a sex trafficking of a minor, the Title 18 of the United States Code. There's differences on what I've Googled. There's differences between state human trafficking and federal human trafficking, and what exactly those are, I'm still trying to clarify, because different websites have stated different things, or maybe the same things in different way and stuff like that. So yeah, there's this in my research, there's in 2000 was the first federal comprehensive bill about human trafficking, and specifically the criminality of it. It's called TVPA. I forget exactly what that stands for now. And in it, fun fact, it goes throughout a lot of things, and I didn't know, and the Department of Homeland Security, of which is headed by Secretary of Homeland Security, which is currently Christine Noem. Fortunately, but I mean, as far as paper trail, I'm sure she did her due diligence. But anyway, that being said, the Department of Homeland Security has this blue campaign, which is primarily with human trafficking. They have a website, which I guess I'll just post on this info box on this YouTube video, which has a lot of information. But this first federal comprehensive was in 2000, and I forget what it is, but the acronym is TVPA. And included in that was this, what makes it federal is, I guess, most distinguished from state is usually with most federal versus state things, where it's it's a federal human trafficking. If it crosses state lines and country border, it's state, I guess, if it stays within the state's border, because the state can, basically what I'm saying is the state can charge, can prosecute, and the federal can prosecute. As far as both, as far as either or, I don't know. It seems a bit, a lot of overlapping there for my very, very novice, not knowing anything about the law and stuff like that. But yeah, the TVPA, the first comprehensive legislation out of Congress to criminalize human trafficking, is it was earphones and the wife just passing by, in case you're wondering. In front of Poolnet's house. I guess that's her route. First she walks in front of my bedroom window, and I guess she does this NISD school bus route. Anyway, so yeah, the TVPCA, first comprehensive legislation from federal Congress to be passed, criminalizing human trafficking. Included in that was programs in the Department of Homeland Security, one of which being the Blue Campaign, a link that I'll probably post in the info box in this YouTube video. And another fun fact, there are, it's a CP, U visas and T visas. So if you happen to be an immigrant, whether illegal or not, you are a victim of human trafficking, since 2000, thanks to the TVPA, there's the option of a CP, a U visa, and a T visa, with cooperation of human trafficking case and investigations to help whatever immigrants, whether illegal or not, have residence and work in the United States while that human trafficking investigation and or case is going on. I think the first state to have legislation to comprehensive legislation to criminalize human trafficking was Washington. I think that was in 2003. I'm saying that because in the once was sealed, now is unsealed indictment containing the charges against Jeffrey Epstein with the two primary residents of New York and Palm Springs. I may be getting them mixed up. They may be two different places. I don't know. I've never been to Mar-a-Lago. Not that that has anything to do with Jeffrey Epstein, but I'm just saying, in case people are detail-oriented. Probably more detail-oriented than arguably some of the people here who it doesn't matter if it's Labor Day or not. Labor Day weekend. Why would it? If I'm not a celebrity and public figure, if that fact doesn't matter, why would that? Anyway, so yeah, in the sealed indictment, it says specifically those charges. I printed it out, and that one was in July, and on the Department of Justice, DOJ, on that specific website where I got the PDF of that sealed indictment containing charges. There's like revisions or something, but like I said, this is the absorption process, of which takes some time. I say that because I think sometimes people can get discouraged if the amount of information, the difficulty of information, And maybe people don't have the time, but I've always had the mindset, even though I didn't get a degree, of putting in the time and effort to honor this absorption of information process. So anyway, the charges are from specifically, I think, from 2002 to 2005. So when Jeffrey Epstein was in prison, and those charges in the what was once sealed and then unsealed, a website I got from the Department of Justice is specifically 2002 to 2005. So when in 2019, when all this was going on, again, it was from specifically 2002 to 2005. I think there was 3 victims over that course, maybe 4. Jeffrey Epstein is named, and then there's employee 1, employee 2, and employee 3. But basically, if you're unaware, what's in the charges is this underage. I think they said in the indictment that the youngest one was 14. Jeffrey Epstein knew the ages, paid hundreds of dollars cash for these sexual encounters with minors. Trigger warning. It described in the indictment that it was mainly massage parlors. Was mentioned a lot in the indictment, and several sexual acts, but it was focused on this a victim turned victim recruiter, and was facilitated through Jeffrey Epstein's employees at a New York residence and Palm Beach or Palm Springs residence, New York and Florida. And I think there might be today. Was it today? Was it yesterday? Some sort of testimony. I think maybe Bondi and Pam Bondi and Cash are going to give some sort of testimony to Congress today, or was it yesterday? I would say tomorrow, maybe Tuesday. I don't know. I saw something about that. I don't know. I think it was scrolling through Twitter, so take it with a grain of salt, but it might be happening. So yeah, that's basically what was in the indictment, and payment, knew they were underage. He's a financier, in case you didn't know. And in that one, the charges that were unsealed, and I think now I'm questioning about, I'm wondering if that's what was for the prison in 2019 or no, but that is what was listed in 2019 on the Department of Justice website. Those acts of 2002 to 2005. So yeah, that's basically the information that I've gathered so far. And then I started going down this Secretary of State. It has several staff, but anyway, I guess I'm not too prepared to share that information. I think there was I don't know, basically there's like 3 libraries, which as far as federal bicameral legislative committees. Oh, that's what it was, committees. That's where I went down. I said, well, so they got this stuff and this human trafficking since 2000. That's quite a while ago. You know, I looked at Adam Schiff. He was the committee of intelligence and stuff like that. So I'm wondering, like, I said, oh, there's going to be Pam Bondi and FBI Director Cash. I just like saying Cash. Cash Patel, I think it's his name, but I like saying, it's FBI Director Cash. Anyway, they might testify in front of Congress, they might not. I don't know how true of a statement that was, that headline that I saw somewhere on the internet. So it got me looking to the committees and what the committees are. It turns out that there's 4 bicameral federal committees, and if you don't know, bicameral just means a committee that consists of both the Senate and the House of Representatives. It gets a little bit confusing because they say bicameral House or whatever, but they're talking about the House of Congress, I guess. The House can be referred to as House of Representatives, or also a bicameral Senate and House together. And if you know a little bit more about this stuff than I do, then feel free to add to this and elevate to this conversation. Feel free. I'm not going to be offended. So yeah, there's 4. One is the library. There's 3 libraries. One is the Congress, Library of Congress. I think that's the Thomas Jefferson building. And if you would see a photo of it, you'd probably, at least, you'd probably be like, oh yeah, I've seen photos of that. I don't know that's the library. Okay. But there's 3 of them. One of them is Congress and Library, and the 2 other them, I think, is Madison, and what's the other one? I forget the other one. Madison and something. And those are primarily used for research. Whatever the difference is, I don't know. But they are free to the public. It's what they say on their websites. They have websites. These libraries of Congress and all that stuff. But anyway, there's 4 bicameral committees that is both of the Senate and House of Representatives. One was library, one was taxation, and there's 2 more that I'm forgetting right now. And as far as getting the information on the history, it seems, one's the architect of the buildings. I think that one might fall under, and it's funny because architect of Congress, AOC, I thought that was funny. So it's going to be really easy to remember that one. Because AOC is not an architect herself, the representative of New York. Hyphenate. But yeah, there's architect of Congress and the bicameral committee of the library. There's a lot of stuff. Anyway, I'm doing further research. I start there, and then I just kind of like it. There's several different paths to go down. So yeah, that's where I am with this human trafficking and this the buildings in Washington D.C. And stuff like that. I'm gonna take a sip of coffee 1 second. Okay, so yeah, I guess that's that. I just thought it was you're gonna talk about all this stuff. There might be that. There's several committees. Most of them are committees for the House of Representatives, and then committees for the Senate. But there is 4 that I've researched. Again, I could do more further research and find that there might be a different kind of categorization for them. I think that information I got from Ballotpedia, which I'm sure you might find criticisms. I don't know, but as far as for me and my Google search, it's been very useful. So yeah, that's basically it. Just want to, I guess, keep y'all up to date on that. Well, I'm still here. Not being a celebrity and public figure, and don't you dare even bring it up, because people around, they might get upset. If you recognize and acknowledge that the internet exists and I might be a celebrity and public figure on there, don't tell them that, okay? They can't handle it. But what else is new? Tracy works at Michael's today, 11 to 3, tomorrow 9 to 1, and she's off on Sunday. I plan on doing a tarot card video on Sunday unless something else happens. But yeah, I guess that's it. I guess I'll talk to y'all later. I guess y'all have a good one. Somebody's entering this fence. There's 2 doors to this fence. So it is a busy, bustling neighborhood where people pay their utility and mortgage bills, okay? And don't you dare bring up that I'm a celebrity and public figure. Don't you do it. Because then that might mean I might actually get some money. Don't do it. They can't handle it. Okay. I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good one. Another day, another dollar. Happy Friday. Enjoy your extra day if the Labor Day weekend happens to mean anything for you, because you work for a living. Have a good one. I hope to talk to y'all soon with my husband right next to me.